Lahat ng drama, tawanan, balita at all-time favorite music hits. Sa lungkot at ligaya, kami pa rin ang inyong kasama. We're the place where you truly belong. Mula sa TVH Group of Networks, ito ang inyong himpilan. Ito ang inyong tahanan. Number 1 sa Mega Manila.
You are listening to Cool FM. Live from Cool Studios. This is koolNews at 6.
Good evening, Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. This is koolNews at 6. My name is Cairo, and you are listening right here on Cool FM and also on News Radio 93.1, where we share the latest stories that care for you. As we begin with our top headlines, the government will impose a maximum suggested retail price for imported rice at 58 pesos per kilo, with the country's agriculture chief saying this will initially cover Metro Manila beginning January 20. Department of Agriculture Secretary Francisco de Laurel Jr. said the decision came following a series of extensive consultations with industry players such as importers and retailers and government agencies as they try to tame increasing rice prices. This Vice President for Dele Marcos Jr. drove cuts and drop in global price. He said the MSRP will be up for review every month to consider fresh factors affecting grain prices. Reducing the said MSRP remains on the table, Duro Laurels noted. He said in a statement on Friday, "We must ensure the price of rice is fair and affordable even as we make sure that the rice industry remains profitable. We cannot allow the greed of a few to jeopardize the well-being of an entire nation." Based on our calculations using data and profit margins provided by importers and retailers, imported 5% broken rice should not exceed 58 pesos per kilo. For rice with a high percentage of broken grains, the price should be much lower, he added. Trade Chief Cristina Roque also vowed that her department would help in the monitoring and enforcement of prices set by the DA. Meanwhile, the Department of Health warned the public against a false social media post claiming that needles used in blood tests were contaminated with the human immunodeficiency virus, or HIV. The DOH said in the advisory, the Philippine National Police has also debunked this message, confirming that it is a scare tactic with no factual basis. The DOH shared a screenshot of the social media post, which claimed that individuals introducing themselves as members of a certain faculty of medicine were visiting homes to offer blood sugar tests. The social media material also claimed that the needles used in the blood sugar tests were contaminated with HIV, which causes acquired immunodeficiency symptom, or AIDS. The agency stressed that the DOH urges the public not to share unverified claims that may cause unnecessary alarm. Further, the public is enjoined to source information only from legitimate sources and platforms such as the Health Department, it added. As we head over to a very unfortunate news, what's happening in America, enforcement, before we read that, as we all know, that the Los Angeles fire happened earlier today. So, following the recent developments, enforcement was being stepped up around Los Angeles area fire zones Friday, following the arrest of 20 people for allegedly looting in the ravaged areas. Los Angeles County Board of Supervisor Catherine Barker said Thursday of the looting, "This is simply unacceptable. I promise you, you will be held accountable. Shame on those who are preying on our residents at this time of crisis." Sheriff Robert Luna said roughly 400 Sheriff's Department personnel have been deployed in the fire areas and were patrolling for looters. He said it is a misdemeanor crime for anyone to be in an evacuation area without authorization, and committing a crime in such an area can be a felony. Luna said he has instructed deputies to aggressively enforce those restrictions and arrest people found in the burned areas. Luna said, "I am going to make this crystal clear to everybody out there. Over last night and this morning, we are up to 20 individuals who chose to go into our areas and deprive these poor people who have been through this so much of their property. Absolutely unacceptable. If you are in one of these areas and you do not belong there, you are going to be subject to arrest," Luna said. "I hope that is as clear as I can make it." District Attorney Nathan Hochschmidt said, "These criminals need to hear an unmistakably clear message that if you want to loot, if you want to commit burglary, if you want to commit grand theft, you'll be arrested, you'll be prosecuted, and you'll be punished to the full extent of the law. These acts are despicable," Hodgman said. Late Thursday afternoon, Governor Gavin Newsom announced that he had approved the county's request for deployment of the California National Guard. According to the governor's office, the Guard members will be stationed at traffic control points to ensure the safety of the surrounding community. In addition, their support helps build capacity of local law enforcement to support their respective areas. Luna said the National Guard members will initially be deployed primarily around the Palisades and Eton fire burn areas. He said some area cities, including Santa Monica and Pasadena, have also asked for assistance from Guard members, so the deployment plans could be changed in the coming days. Luna also said his department and county attorneys were working Thursday night on paperwork to implement a former curfew in areas on evacuation orders or warnings in the fire areas to help crack down on trespassers and looters. The curfew will be in effect from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. Luna said he hoped to have it in place Thursday night, but it might not occur until Friday night. As we are about to head for the ad break, back to the national headlines. 2 Chinese nationals were arrested by the Criminal Investigation and Detection Group for selling pre-registered subscriber identity module cards or SIM cards in Pasay City, the police unit announced on Saturday. According to the CIDG, the bypass operations team from intelligence reports of a group selling pre-registered SIM cards to be used in scams, identity theft, and other illegal activities. CIDG personnel under the Detective Special Operations Unit made the arrest at SM Mall of Asia in Pasay City at 5:15 p.m. on Thursday, January 9. Authorities confiscated around 4,000 SIM cards. The suspects, identified only as Sing Jun and Jun Mei, were taken to the CIDG DSOU office in Camp Carem, Quezon City. They will face a formal complaint for violating the provision of the SIM Registration Act prohibiting the sale of a original SIM without complying with requirements. This operation reflects our unwavering commitment to enforcing the law against the misuse of technology. We will remain vigilant in combating crimes that endanger public safety, CIDG Director Brigadier General Nicholas Torres III said in a statement. It is now 6:10 p.m. as we will continue with more news headlines right here on koolNews at 6. Stay along with us. We will be right back.
This koolNews edition was brought to you by Your Ace Supermarket, ang budget-friendly supermarket ng Pilipinas. Now in 6,900 locations around the Philippines and Southeast Asia. PVC Drugs, serbisyong tapat, alagang sapat. And Himlayang Pilipino Incorporated Memorial Park, alay sa diwang Pilipino.
Himlayang
You're listening to Cool FM.
Number 1 sa Mega Manila.
Nationwide pa!
Dito na tayo sa Joray, kung saan lahat ay okay. Sa Joray, lahat ito ay super mura, lahat pang mapaganda dito sa Joray. Napatunayan na ng bayan, wala nang ang iba. Quality shopping ang aming dala. Mapapa-Joray talaga kayo, ang supermarket namin ay Joray.
Joray Supermarket, ang budget-friendly supermarket ng Pilipinas. Now in 6,900 locations around the Philippines and Southeast Asia. Celebrate the lives of your fallen family heroes with the newly opened chapels of Tahanan ng Alaala in Himlayang Pilipino. We offer premium memorial service by providing 24-hour personalized customer care with flexible funeral and chapel accommodation packages. At Himlayang Pilipino, we give honor to the heroes of your lives. For inquiries, you may contact us at 0968-896-4850 or visit us at www.himlayangpilipino.org and follow us on Facebook, Himlayang Pilipino Incorporated, and on Instagram, HPI Memorial Park.
Nako, tol, kapos na naman ako. Nangutang pa nga ako sa tindahan para lang sa sibuyas.
Oo, hirap talaga kapusin. Buti na lang may galawan sa GCash, yung G-Loan sakto.
Uy, okay daw yun ah. Balita ko pwedeng humiram as low as 100 pesos.
Oo, try mo. Swap ang kapos moments ang G-Loan sakto.
Subject to eligibility, terms and conditions apply. G-Loan Sakto is powered by Fuse Lending Incorporated. GCash is supervised by Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas.
Fuse Lending Incorporated is supervised by the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas and regulated by the Securities and Exchange Commission.
SEC registration number CS201617622, certificate of authority number 1897.
Kindly review the terms and conditions in the disclosure statement before proceeding with the loan transaction.
Ang numero unong kailangan sa ngayon, extra strong ka dapat para di ka mawasak ng anumang hamong ibigay sa'yo. Ang hanap ng Red Horse Beer, extra strong na tulad mo. Lakas. Tama. Kayang tumindig at harapin ang mga pagsubok na parating. Panatag ang loob na bukas na namnamin mo ang iyong tagumpay. Lakas ng tama pero di wasak sa hamon ng bukas.
Red Horse Extra Strong, the number 1 extra strong beer in the world.
Drink responsibly.
Asan ang polo ko? Ready ng baon ko?
Ang trabaho ng isang nanay ay hindi madali. Halos araw-araw na lang masakit ang braso at likod sa maraming gawain. Kaya kung meron akong nararamdamang sakit sa katawan, kinagamitan ko kaagad ng Omega Painkiller. Sa gapisong laki, madarama agad ang lamig-init sensation na nakakatulong sa pag-alis ng sakit ng katawan. Omega Painkiller, kasangga sa pagtanggal ng aray.
Bye ma, alis na kami. Methyl salicylate plus camphor plus menthol is the generic name of Omega Painkiller. If symptoms persist, consult your doctor.
Pre, makinig ka muna. Payong kaibigan lang ha. Work hard, play hard. Yan ang motto ko dati. Pero nakakapagod din pala katagalan sa gitna ng lahat ng puyat, inom at pagkain ng masasarap. Kasama na ang oily and fatty foods, kailangan pa rin bantayan ang kalusugan. Tamang kontrol ang kailangan. Katuwang ko ang Liverade. Si Limerine supplement na best with proper diet and exercise. Cheers to more good times. Salamat sa Liverade. Mabibili ang Liverade sa mga leading drugstores nationwide. Mahalagang paalala, ang Liverade ay hindi gamot at hindi dapat gamitin paggamot sa anumang uri ng sakit.
Ano mang hiling, kayang tuparin. Everyone achieve the way to comfort living. Adesa, Adesa, installment pay, easing, achieve mo na. Adesa, Adesa, kaya, kaya.
Pinapahid mo na naman yung Silka Lotion? Anong meron dyan?
Girl, may papaya enzymes and NutriBlend complex to.
Taray, may papaya. Tinola ka, girl?
Ay, sis! Ang Silka may Vita-Absorb technology at SPF 6 din.
SPF? Super Papaya Fruit?
Sun protection factor kasi, friend! Kahit under the sun, skin ay lit with regular use.
Wow! Slay it!
Slay it with the skin na giving! Stay lit with Silka with regular use for only 750 pesos SRP.
Tayo na sa iyo. Tayo'y magpatingin. Tayo na sa iyo.
araw at work? No worries! Dispatch Salon Pass para maghatid ng direct ingredient penetration pang mabilisan within 30 minutes ay pang batagalang relief na dumidikit hanggang 8 oras. Patch, shoulder, neck, back, body pain. Patch, Salon Pass.
Methyl salicylate dimethyl tocopherol acetate Camphor is a generic name of Salonpas. If symptoms persist, consult your doctor.
Welcome back. Let's continue with our headlines as a member of a Citizen Armed Force Geographical Unit or CAFGU was arrested by the Criminal Investigation and Detection Group for illegal sale of firearms. In a report released on Saturday, the CIDG said the suspect was operating an unauthorized gunsmithing business from his home, allegedly repairing and customizing firearms for clients like law enforcement officers, politicians, and civilians. The suspect was identified only as Jimmy. He was arrested at 5:10 p.m. on Thursday, January 9 in Barangay Tiguan, Marcos Satubik, Sambuanga del Sur through a search warrant issued by the Regional Trial Court Branch 20, Pangasinan City. He was said to be an active member of the CAFGU assigned with the Delta Company of the 53rd Infantry Battalion of the Philippine Army. Jime is considered a highly skilled gunsmith, having worked in several gun shops across different regions in the Philippines, the ICG said in its report. 5.45 caliber pistols, 2 M60 rifle lower receivers, and 1 improvised firearm were confiscated from the suspect during the operation. Assorted ammunition, firearm magazines, firearm accessories, and gunsmithing tools like a welding machine, grinder, and mechanical vise were also seized by authorities. He now faces complaints for violating the Firearms and Immunizations Regulation Act. According to the CIDG, Jimmy was previously arrested also for illegally selling firearms in December 2020. He posted bail and his case was later dismissed. This operation demonstrates our commitment to dismantling illegal firearms operations and enhancing public safety. We will continue to take decisive action against individuals involved in the illegal firearms trade, CIDG Director Brigadier General Nicholas Torres III said in a statement. Pressure may be building up and lead to another eruption of Kalan volcano after the detection of more ground swelling, the Philippine Institute of Volcanology and Speleology or PhilFox reported on Saturday. Candelon volcano erupted last December 9, producing a voluminous plume that rose to 3,000 meters above the vent and drifted west-southwest. This prompted PhilFox to raise alert level 3. PhilFox explained in its advisory, ground deformation monitoring by the Candelon Volcano Network has been recording a pronounced inflation or swelling of the middle to upper portion of the eastern edifice since yesterday evening. According to state volcanologists, the Upper Pantao observation station, sitting at 1,056 meters above sea level, recorded an abrupt and sharp increase in the tilt of the eastern side of Candelon volcano since 7:20 p.m. on Friday, January 10. This indicates a sudden pressurization within the upper portions of the edifice, it explained. PhilFox also noted more swelling on the volcano's southeastern side since the last week of December 2024 and less swelling on its western side since the first week of January 2025. PhilFox said these ground deformation parameters are largely similar to those recorded prior to the 9th of December 2024 eruption, which was also preceded by a drop in dioxide emission. According to the agency's data, Candelon volcano emitted 5,763 tonnes of sulfur dioxide on Friday, January 10, which was close to the average daily amount of emissions since the June 2024 eruption. PhilFox, however, recorded a significant drop in the SO2 emissions on Thursday, January 9, with only 2,029 tonnes. The overall parameters may indicate that the shallow magma conduit of the volcano is undergoing pressurization that may lead to an eruption broadly similar to the 9th of December 2024 event, Phil Fox warned. And the latest Philippine National Police reshuffle assigned new chiefs to its 3 regional offices. Based on the document made public on Saturday, Brigadier General Juan Farjado, who held the position of PNP Public Information Office Chief and spokesperson, was designated Director of PRO3 Central Luzon. Brigadier General Rico Maranan was moved from being Chief of PRO3 to Director of PRO7 Central Visayas, while Brigadier General Rodolfo, who was the officer in charge of the PNP Anti-Kidnapping Group, was assigned as the new Director of PRO9 or Zamboanga Peninsula, replacing Brigadier General Bowen Joey Masuding, who is now Deputy Director for Controllership. The new PNP PIO head and spokesperson is Colonel Randolph Tuano, who served as Deputy Director for Administration in the PNP Finance Service. Colonel Elmar Ragay, who was Deputy Director for Operations in the PRO Cordillera Administrative Region, will take the place of Rodolfo as PNP AKG head. Brigadier General Elazar Mata was also moved from being Director of the PNP Drug Enforcement Group to the Highway Patrol Group as its officer in charge. Colonel Ronaldo Cuya Jr. replaced Matas as head of PNP DEG. Others affected by the PNP reshuffle were Brigadier General Wilson Asuda and Brigadier General William Mongas Segun. Asuda was designated as the new acting Deputy Director for Information and Communications Technology Management, while Segun was picked as his replacement in Area Police Command Sergeant Luzon as Deputy Commander. These police officials will assume their respective new posts starting January 10, 2025. As we move over back to international headlines, the black boxes holding the flight data and cockpit voice recorders for the crashed Jeju air flight that left 179 people that stopped recording 4 minutes before the disaster, South Korea's Transport Ministry said Saturday. The Boeing 737-800 was flying from Thailand to Muan, South Korea on December 29, carrying 181 passengers and crew when it barely landed at the Muan airport and exploded in a fireball after slamming into a collision barrier. It was the worst ever aviation disaster on South Korean soil. The Transport Ministry said in a statement referring to the 2 recording devices. The analyst revealed that both the CVR and FDR data were not recorded during the 4 minutes leading up to the aircraft's collision with the localizer. The damaged flight data recorder had been deemed unrecoverable for data extraction by South Korean authorities, who sent it to the United States for analysis at the U.S. National Transportation Safety Board laboratory. But it appears that the boxes holding clues to the flight's final moments experienced data loss, leaving authorities trying to find out what happened. Plans are in place to investigate the cause of the data loss during the ongoing accident investigation, the ministry said. South Korean and U.S. investigators are still probing the cause of the crash, which prompted a national outpouring of bonding with memorials set up across the country. Investigators said the boxes were crucial to their probe, but added they would not give up on trying to find out why the crash happened. The ministry said the investigation will be conducted through the examination and analysis of various data. The committee is committed to doing its best to accurately determine the cause of the accident. Investigators have pointed to a bird strike, faulty landing gear, and the runway barrier as possible issues. The pilot warned of a bird strike before pulling out of a first landing, then crashed on the second attempt when the landing gear did not emerge. This week, lead investigator Lee Sung-yeol told reporters that feathers were found in one of the plane's recovered engines, but cautioned a bird strike does not lead to an immediate engine failure. Authorities have raided offices at Muan Airport where the crash took place, a regional aviation office in the southwestern city, and the Jeju Air's office in the capital Seoul. They also barred Jeju Air's chief executive from leaving the country. Rival parties later formed a joint task force to prop the crash, while Transport Minister Park Sang-woo offered his resignation this week. As the minister responsible for aviation safety, I feel a heavy sense of responsibility regarding this tragedy, he said. 8 Tokyo University students attacked by a hammer-wielding woman in a classroom are recuperating and not required hospitalization, the school has said. A 22-year-old student who identified herself as South Korean was arrested on the spot Friday on suspicion of assault, a Tokyo police spokesman told Agence Presse. Several reports had said people were seen bleeding from the head after the attack, which broadcaster NHK had been motivated by frustration over bullying, citing investigative sources. The attacker began swinging a hammer in the classroom all of a sudden. A student who witnessed the incident told Japanese broadcaster TV Asahi. Everyone was panicking. I was so scared at first that my hands were shaking. The 8 who were hurt all received medical treatment and ended up requiring no hospitalization, also university said in a statement late Friday. We will cooperate with the police investigations and care for students and felt totally shocked by the incident. The institution said adding efforts would be made to ensure campus safety. And thousands of South Koreans began gathering in the capital for rival demonstrations on Saturday as investigators prepare another attempt to arrest suspended President Yoon Suk-yeol over his short-lived martial law degree. Yeol resisted arrest in a standoff between his guards and investigators last week after his filthy December 3-power gap plunged South Korea into its worst political crisis in decades. Protesters both for and against Moon were scheduled together in sub-zero conditions along major roads in the center of Seoul on Saturday, either demanding his arrest or calling for his impeachment to be declared invalid. The country has bristled with tension for weeks after Yoon directed soldiers to storm parliament where they unsuccessfully tried to prevent lawmakers from voting down martial law. Since being impeached, Yoon has battened down the hatches. Despite our efforts, he continues to evade accountability, and both the police and the Corruption Investigation Office have really failed to act decisively, said anti-Yoon protester and student Lim Min-ji, who is the age of 25. It is crucial for us to raise our voices until he is removed from office. As we are running out of time, we will move on to showbiz now, as Augie Alcacid informed fans that his Facebook page has been hacked, and lamenting how he has been trying to retrieve it but to no avail. The sing-songwriter issued a warning via his Instagram page on Thursday, January 9, showing a screenshot of a hacked page that still has his name but features photos of animated characters from an online gambling platform. Alcacid said in the caption, "My Facebook fan page and personal Facebook page have been hacked. I have absolutely tried everything to get it back but to no avail. I will keep trying, so to my Facebook fans, please be aware. Apologies also," he added. In a separate post, recording company Star Music also released a statement regarding the matter. We would like to inform everyone that Augie Alcacid's official Facebook page and personal account have been hacked. Any posts at this time are unauthorized and not associated with him, it said. While the issue is being resolved, we encourage you to continue supporting Augie through his official accounts on X, Instagram, and TikTok. Thank you for your understanding and continued support, it added. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now 1 minute before 6:30 p.m. and that is it for koolNews at 6. As always, if you have any new suggestions, feedback, or comments that you'd like to share, you can send us through our email at tvh.philippines.news@gmail.com. Until then, my name is Cairo, and we will return with more news headlines later with koolNews Prime Time at 10:30 p.m. Good evening.